The recipe for this lentil soup is posted underneath the video. So if you'll just press that little down arrow tab, you'll see it there. So this is super simple. All you need is your iPot, some red lentils, some fresh baby spinach, organic kind is my favorite. And then I have gold potatoes here, but I'll tell you that white potatoes or red potatoes works. And then you need a couple of garlic cloves and some Penzey spices, Sate seasoning. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So on the garlic, I've got the 2 largest garlic cloves I could find. Mince those up. Oh, I'm falling out of my little cloud there. Falling out of my flour. So mince those up. Drop those in. And if you want to heat up the inner pot ahead of time, then go ahead and hit the saute button on your iPot and just leave the heat at normal, let it warm up. But this, if your potatoes aren't cold, it really doesn't, and you use hot water, it won't take very long for this soup to cook up. Now on the potatoes, again, you could use red potatoes, you could go gold potatoes. If you just have russets laying around, then go ahead and use russets. I think this was what, on this particular occasion, it was one of those where I bought like a 2-pound bag of baby potatoes, and then I just quartered those up. Whatever potato you use, just make sure you cut them all about the same size, like big 1.5-inch chunks. And then here I'm measuring out 2.5 cups of red lentils, which I've just kind of moved to that plastic container, makes it easier to pour them out. And then be sure to rinse your red lentils. They get really sticky after you wash them. I mean, whatever it is that makes lentils sticky, the starches or whatever. I almost hate rinsing them. But anyways, so dump those in there. And then you don't really have to measure your spinach. In real life, I just grab handfuls of spinach. But for the video, I wanted you to see that I was measuring the spinach. Okay, here's the Sate. Here's Penzey Spices Sate seasoning. We used to have Penzey Spices here in Austin, and now they've gone away. But this is what it has in it: salt, brown sugar, garlic, onion, coriander, shallots, ginger, turmeric, sweet paprika, ancho pepper, I don't know how to pronounce that word, some cayenne red pepper, and lemongrass. How do you spell it? Galangal. Maybe it's galangal. I don't know. Anyway, Sate seasoning, pick it up at Penzey Spices. It is delicious. It's a nice little mix. I love it in potato soups, sprinkled on top of broccoli. It is good. I think it's like $5 a jar or something like that, but it's worth it. So I like it on everything. So I put 2 teaspoons of that in here. And then 6 cups of hot water just to speed things along. Just pour it right over the top. No need to stir. Just leave those potatoes on the bottom soaking in that water, and they will cook up tender. Okay, so I'm making sure that my seal is in place and that my steam release handle is positioned well on the lid. Turn it to the sealing position. And then we're going to hit the manual button, which is automatically going to set the iPot into high pressure. That's a given. And then we use the minus key to adjust the cooking time down to 15 minutes. That's how long it's going to take to cook those red lentils. Now, 15 minutes later, with a 10-minute natural pressure release, which means I'm waiting 10 minutes, and then I'm going to release whatever pressure's out of the pot. And then I'm going to open up the lid. Now I want you to see, sometimes that rod right there doesn't come down automatically. That's your lid lock there, and I can't get the lid off unless that thing comes down. So I just kind of gave it a little tap. Don't actually touch it with your finger because it's hot, but just give it a little tap. There you go. Look, there it is. I wanted you to see what it looked like real time. All that spinach just kind of sits on top. And you have to give it a stir and let those lentils break down. So good. It smells so good. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. This is our favorite. But I'll tell you, I don't know if I like it more right out of the pot or the next day. because it's fun to eat. It's almost, you've got one recipe, but you can eat it 2 different ways. It's so cool. Oh man, this is such a great recipe. Perfect for a rainy day. All right, if you like the way I'm making these videos here lately, please thumbs up this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you don't have my newest book, please go over to Amazon and pick it up. OMG Good Instant Pot Meals, Plant-Based and Oil-Free.